Now let's talk about images formed by mirrors that are flat or planar mirrors. And in this case, we're actually going to do two mirrors. So this green line here represents a mirror. We're looking at it from its edge. And this other one here represents another mirror placed in the same plane, I suppose, behind the other mirror. So that light from this candle can hit this mirror, bounce off, hit this mirror, bounce off, hit this mirror, and back and forth. So essentially what we've got is multiple images that are going to be made. Let's see how the first image would be made. So here's our candle. Light's going to come and hit the mirror and bounce off. And it's going to look like the first image. I'll just use a dot for that. And we'll call that image 1, I sub 1. That's going to look like it's 0.5 meters, okay, behind the mirror. If we place our eye right here, it's going to look like the image is 0.5 meters behind the mirror. And you're probably used to that. You look at yourself maybe in the morning in a plane mirror and you look like you're on the other side of the mirror, about the same distance that you are in front of the mirror. So that's how images are made by plane mirrors or flat mirrors. Now, what about the multiple image? Well, this image here is now going to become the object for this mirror over here. So how far away is that from that? Well, we've got a distance of 2 meters to this mirror here, plus another 0.5. So the second image for this is going to be formed here, and I'm not going to draw this distance to scale. Second image here, I2, is going to be 2.5 meters. And that's going to be behind the second mirror here on the right. Okay, so we'll just see how all of these images keep on being formed then. Okay, so now this image here becomes the object for this mirror. So we've got, what, 2.5 meters all the way to get to here, and then another 2 meters to get to here. So that's going to look like the object is 4.5 meters away from this mirror. So then image 3, I'll just put a dot here for it, is now going to look like 4.5 meters behind this mirror. Why? Because this object here, which is really an image, is 4.5 meters in front of this mirror. So you see how it always works. The image is always going to be the same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of the mirror. All right, now what about image 4? Well, this image right here of the candle is going to be 4.5 meters in here, and plus another 2 here. So it's going to look like this image, which really is acting like an object, is 6.5 meters from this mirror. Okay, I should put a dot to represent that one. So we'll go here, and this will be image 4. I'll just use a dot to represent that image. And that's going to be 6.5 meters. And you just keep going back and forth like this. You know, I won't do all this next one, but we have 6.5 meters to go to there, another 2 meters to go to there. So therefore, what is that, 8.5 meters? So the next one would be 8.5 meters. Let's see if we notice a pattern. It looks to me like there's 4 meters distance between these two images, and looks like 4 meters distance between them. That seems like there's a pattern, so the next one should be 4 meters apart. Okay, so what, 10.5 for this one, and et cetera, et cetera. And that's how you deal with images made by plane mirrors and multiple mirrors as well, which create multiple images. One thing I do want to point out, that since these images are virtual images, they're not real, the image will be upright in all of the mirrors. And you might have noticed that before, if you've ever stood in front of like 2 mirrors, that you look at all the images, they're always upright of yourself. Okay, and that does it for now.